about. When you understand them, you practice them. When you're practicing them, nobody can deceive you easily outside there. There's an illustration incoming here in the parables of infinite
life.
He made mention of a man, the maid, and the wife who are coming back from the journey. And where are they going? They are going to their house. They are going home. There are three in number: the man, the wife, and their maid. So, and their driver, four of them. There are four. So all of them have a vision of going back to their home. But something happened. They said, along the line, the maid saw the mother. And the mother gave this maid a certain news that made the maid to stop on the road and follow the mother. The maid took permission from this man and said, I'm going to come back tomorrow. Please permit me to follow my mother. I'm coming back tomorrow. They said, no problem, follow your mother. At that time, there are how many people now? Three. But their destination is to do what? To go home. So the man later remembered that he forgot something and told the wife, sorry, I forgot my driving license, I have to go and pick it. The woman said, okay, I have to go to the post office to pick a map. As you are going to pick your driving license, let me go to the post office to pick a map. The driver said, okay, let me go and get. So all of them have now what? Dispatched. The maid returned the following day. The man went and collected the license and returned back the same day. The woman went and collected the mail from the post office and returned back. The driver, after picking whatever he went to pick, although the company said he has a small accidents on the road, that delays, some things occurred, but all of them came back home in the same family. This is like a description of what reincarnation looks like. Reincarnation in also a dialogue, one or one matter. When you are going, you are coming back. These are different people with different mission, different vision, different purpose in life, different cause. Just like the first teacher taught us this morning, different cause. This one have the vision. Okay, since all of us are going home, but I forgot something. He dropped. That is when somebody dies. That doesn't mean the person will not come back again. He forgets his driving license. He dropped that particular time. The journey continues through force. But he is not with them again. The mom called her, please, I want you to come to my house. Your sister gave birth. Come and visit us. She dropped. Through force. The journey continues. After visiting the home, she later returned back. That is simple illustration of what reincarnation looks like. In this life, it's like a journey. We are living and we are coming back. When he was preaching, he made mention of somebody, a child can be old enough, older than his father. A child can be older than his father. That is why when your father reincarnates your child, when you reincarnates your son, for example, you see you adoring that child, expecting the child as if you are still respecting your father. True or false?
True.
You don't give that child food anyhow. True or false?
True.
You serve the child food very well. Nah. True or false? True. You call him the name as if you are calling your father. And that child will be behaving as if he's your father. Because he is your father. That is one thing the Israelites did not understand. When Jesus came to them and said, before Abraham, I was. Because he has been to this earth before Abraham as Melchizedek. He reincarnated again as Jesus. So he was the person that Abraham saw and sowed seed and said, please take 1/3 of my property. So he came back again as Jesus is also doing another miracle. So people should be giving him your 1/3. But you don't know that before Abraham was. Then we interpreted him. Then we understood him. So you can be older than your age through reincarnation. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. It is happening in our family today. Your mother might reincarnate your daughter. You see, before you serve others, you call her name. You don't like white hair. I don't like. I'm a. You don't used to like it. Let me go and prepare another thing for you. True or false? Reincarnation. When he was preaching, he talked about upgrading. That is all reincarnation helps us to do, to upgrade. Like, what is the latest Nokia now? We have Nokia now. We have the latest Nokia in the market. Yeah. You cannot compete the latest Nokia now with Nokia 3310, two of us. But when that Nokia 3310 was in existence, wasn't it serving us? It gave us all the necessary service we needed at that particular time. But now we have another upgrade of another Nokia that is greater than that Nokia 3310. Now, let me tell you one thing. Everything in this new Nokia, they get the experience and the version from the old Nokia. That is upgrading. That is what reincarnation is all about. So who you are today is just like a copy of what you were before in this world. And in the next life you are coming, most of the times, I don't know how many of us, but people that are mostly spiritual inclined, well, sometimes something might happen to you, you may think, it's like, this has happened to me before. You just see that and think, I think I've done this before. How come this is just repeating itself again? You have not done it before as a person now, but you have done it as a person before in your previous life. But you are like opportune to think very fast because you are made up of a particular soul and flesh and body. That is all about reincarnation. So if you understand what reincarnation is all about, you will know that reincarnation is nothing but the truth. You don't need somebody to preach reincarnation for you before you believe in reincarnation. You don't need a teacher to tell you what reincarnation is all about before you believe in reincarnation. It is not like the gospel of heaven and hell, which you don't have evidence of it. Nobody have went there and come back. At least we are hearing some testimonies of people who have been to heaven and they came back and like telling us they went to the second gate and they went to the third gate. And the iron gate, golden gate open, and they were singing hallelujah, 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 and they were wearing garments. No, people are testifying that without going back to what the scripture said and said, no one no eye have seen, no ear will hear, no mouth will talk about that kingdom. Why? Because that is where God dwells within the chair with the ancestors. Before you know there, that's what Jesus was teaching them. You know, Jesus studied in Africa. He knew all these things. So when he speaks, people like, what is this man saying? He was a child, but he's talking like a Melchizedek, an old priest. Because Melchizedek was an old what? Priest who came back in life like Jesus. So he was not talking as Jesus, he's talking like what? An old priest who Abraham their father sowed seed to. You know what I'm saying? So when you see him operating, he's not operating like a coward. He operated like a king. And also they said he's a king of Salem. He's a priest and also a king. If you look at Jesus, he's a priest and also act like what? A king. Even when he has no territory and a crown. But that is what reincarnation can do for you. If the king reincarnated, you might not go ahead and rule a community, but anywhere you find yourself, you must be a leader. That is simple. Anywhere you find yourself, they don't see you as a new person. Once you enter, you are already taking the mantle of what? Leadership. Because that is a king that had come back to life. If you're a fool and you come back to life, even if they born you in the house of a king, you must be foolish. It's simple. And people will wonder, how can this wise man have this kind of foolish child? Doesn't it happen? Yeah. Even when we sent him to better school abroad to study in the best university in London, he came back as a fool. Who reincarnated that man. That is reincarnation for you. Reincarnation. So reincarnation supersedes all this teaching of heaven and hell. I do tell people that there's nothing like hellfire where there is a consuming flame that all the evil men are going to consume one day. And they will not die. The fire will be consuming you. And you'll be crying for help. That is just human invention. they just invented it to destroy the principle of life, which is reincarnation. We face our heaven here on earth. We face our hell here on earth. God has given us all these things here on earth. So if you do good, your kingdom is here on earth. If you do bad, your kingdom is here on earth. That is why it is necessary for us to do good. Love your neighbor. Love your. Like Thomas said this morning, they asked somebody, what is your cause? What is your purpose in life? They said, to marry, feed my wife, feed my family, feed my mother. And that is all. And the professor circled it and said, you don't have purpose in life. Go ahead and look for a purpose. Why? That purpose has no base. Such cause has no base. If you have not understand that you are living beyond helping your community, helping people you don't know. That is what about our forefathers. In those days, when people travel miles, you might not know the community you are going to, but you can end up entering into a house whereby they will treat you as their guest. Just mention, I am a man from Umochi. I am going to Umaloma. I don't know, man. Oh, come in. They celebrate you. They welcome you with cola. Give you palm wine. Give you one hot to sleep. Give you one bush meat. And tell you tomorrow morning you have to continue your. Are you getting what I'm saying? These are who we were before the coming of the white man. For today, how many people can do that? You cannot get such help from anybody. And somebody will come to you today and tell you what you are facing is because of the cause of your ancestors. Your ancestors who left their fellow human beings without knowing who they were. They don't know who you are, but once they see you, they start helping. They render service. Are you getting what I'm saying? So when you talk of reincarnation, reincarnation is truth. Jesus preached reincarnation because he knew that we will reincarnate. Even he only said, when he was going, he turned to his disciples and said, I am coming back again. But they don't understand him. Even today, they are still waiting for the coming of Jesus. Are you know what I'm saying? They are waiting for the day the trumpets will blow and Jesus will come and say, I am now Jesus. No, that wasn't what Jesus was trying to tell them. Jesus was again trying to tell them about reincarnation. That even though I'm dead, please don't pray much because I'm coming back again. Very simple. Just like I and you will come back again. People who understood this reincarnation, they don't cry when people die too much. You don't pay them much. Are you getting what I'm saying? You don't pay them. Because they know that we are in a, like, it's like a journey of life. It's a process. It's a process. You don't pay them much. I lost a dear one. Oh, you are not expecting that dear one very soon. And when there's a new child in the house, you'll be expecting that child. It might be this person. It might be this person. Why? You were expecting somebody. Are you getting what I'm saying? So reincarnation brings joy to family. It makes us to understand that we should build a better home for mankind. Do you know why people don't build better home again for mankind? It's because Christianity and the other foreign religions have destroyed reincarnation. You don't know that in whatever you are doing today, you might even end up coming back and then fall into that pit you dug years back. But if that reincarnation was really strong as it were in those of our forefathers, you know that when you are building a house, you don't know whether you are going to come back and live in that house. You build it very well. When you're laying any foundation, we are training somebody, we are training that person very well, because you don't know whether that person will train you when you come back again. If you don't train that child, it might happen that he will be a fool, and he might give back to you when you come back again and train you as a fool. Are you getting what I'm saying? So that is why we don't care to make this world a better place again. People now bombing anywhere, killing their fellow human beings, destroying people. Election, they have a lot of casualties. People struggling for power. They don't care to know who people are involved. They kill the innocent people just to get what? Power. That is not what reincarnation is doing. So in summary, just like our brother just said, reincarnation is upgrade. Is what? Upgrade. And at a certain time you are upgraded to a certain level, you become perfect. And that doesn't mean, I love that when he said, that doesn't mean you might not come back again. You might not come back again when your purpose you are needed on earth. You know what I'm saying? You might come back and say, what these people are doing, I don't like it again. Let me go and change their mind. Just like all of us here have different destiny, have different way of life. What you are doing today is because you have, what you are doing today might not just be what you have already known in this way of life. There might be things that you might have done in your previous life that is helping you today. So what am I trying to say? Let's try to build this heaven which we are living into today. Let's build it. Stop thinking of minds where we are going to go when we die, because we are coming back here again. If you're a bad leader, you did not build your community very well. If you die and come back, you need that community as it is. Are you getting what I'm saying? Your opportunity to build a school, you don't build a school, you come back, you are going to be that environment as it is. So let's try to build this heaven. This heaven is that community God has given to us. This heaven is where we are today. Let's make it a better place for mankind. God is going to bless all of us now and forever.